News Talk 1110 WBT.
2 minutes away, 4 journalists take on the city over closed-door Panther meetings. Wayne Powers is one of those with the plaintiffs, and he'll join us in 2 minutes on Charlotte's Morning News.
Charlotte's Wednesday Morning News with Bo Thompson.
6:22 now on Charlotte's Morning News. Okay, as Will Smith once said, here's the situation. A contempt of court motion filed Tuesday alleges Charlotte city leaders violated state law and ignored a judge's order from decades ago when they agreed in private to give the Carolina Panthers millions of dollars for renovations through that increase in the food and beverage tax. Now, there is a group of 4 plaintiffs represented by attorney Paul Whitfield. Among those, Bruce Bowers, Ken Kuntz, Wayne Powers, and WBTV's Mike Koza, senior city beat reporter from the days of old. And here's what Koza had to say yesterday.
To have a massive tax increase that would total $1 billion over 30 years is way beyond the pall of what's allowed under the Open Meetings Law. The City Council should take these actions in public, where the people can see what's going on and where the people can have influence.
That's Mike Koza. As I said, Bruce Bowers, Koza, Ken Kuntz, and yes, Wayne Powers, who you may recognize, fills in periodically here on News Talk 1110 WBT and is on the Charlotte's Morning News hotline. Wayne, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Bo. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. Okay, so this group of 4, should we call you the Gang of 4? Would that be appropriate?
Whatever. We've been called worse.
Okay, so tell me how the 4 of you got together in this fight, so to speak.
Well, look, I'm the neophyte of the group. I've been in Charlotte for just a few months under 20 years, and for the entire time I've been in Charlotte, Bo, I have been an advocate for open government and have fought for open government in every form I could possibly work in, and I've always lobbied for open government, open meetings, have the people's business being conducted in the people's presence. It's always been an issue of mine. But I've only been here for 20 years. These other guys were involved in this case, the actual lawsuit 40 years ago. So I'm the newcomer. But because when I ran for office last year for county commission, one of the keystone issues I dealt with was open government. When I was on WBT over the last 5 years, one of my cornerstone issues was always open government. If you remember the work I did on the Marcus Jackson case, where we were actually having sound bites of WBT being played on other radio stations because I got some very news-making interviews with Rob Tufano and other people on the issue, and I worked very hard to try and get those personnel records opened up for the public.
So, Wayne, you guys are talking about, you're contending about a January 14th council meeting, also a February 8th meeting. Now, the city, let me play you a clip here from City Attorney
Sure.
Bob Hagemann defending the actions of the city. This is from WBTV yesterday.
I remain very confident that the City Council was legally justified in going into closed session, having the conversations that they had, and working toward the goal of keeping the Panthers in Charlotte for as long as possible.
All right, so what's your response to that?
Well, of course he's very confident, and that's the problem. It's beyond confidence, though. It's arrogance. And it's arrogance on the part of the city attorney, and it's arrogance on the part of the mayor, and it's arrogance on the part of the city council. And that's a nonpartisan judgment. I've fought this issue when we've had Republican majorities and Republican mayors and Democrat mayors, and it never changes. There's a culture of secrecy in the city of Charlotte and the county of Mecklenburg that's pervasive at Government Center, and it's the way things are done. And the public is sick of it, and I, for one, have been sick of it for a long time, and I'm glad the public is finally coming along. We are protected under law. We're not suing the city of Charlotte. We are filing a contempt motion for a lawsuit that was filed and won 40 years ago. When Judge Snepp issued a permanent injunction, it was exactly that, a permanent injunction. It's the law. It needs to be obeyed. Just because it was 40 years ago doesn't mean it expired. The civil rights legislation, landmark civil rights legislation in this country was 60 years ago. That didn't expire, and it shouldn't.
All right, well,
the Constitution is centuries old. That didn't expire, and it shouldn't.
All right, and it's important we point out, Attorney Paul Whitfield's been down this road before with this same type of case. Now, I know it's usually 3 hours of Powers on BT, but on Charlotte's Morning News, I only have minutes, so I got to cut it there. Thanks, Wayne, for being with us. 6:26 is the time.